Well, happy Saturday. This is Sherry. We are going to discuss all things swimsuits because maybe you are going to be shopping for one. I am going to be addressing specific areas on your body so that you know what type of swimsuit to look for or what type of details to look for based on the challenge area that you have on your body shape, whether it is long legs or short legs or small, short torso, or maybe you gain in your belly, hips, thighs. We're going to be addressing all of that. And if I could ask you before we get into the video, if you will like this video, if you do like this video, hit the little like button and also subscribe to my channel. I would so appreciate it. When you do that, there are more people like you who can find it. All right, let's get started. The first challenge area that we are going to address is the belly, the tummy area. If you gain in that area, it is important that you don't wear a suit that is slim fitting to your body. So for example, a one piece that would just be a regular one piece that is just hugs your body. You want to have something that's going to fall away a little bit from your body, like this first suit in the purple. The purple suit, you can see, has a little bit of the design just flows away. And yes, it is tighter underneath, but then it has an outer layer that falls away and it actually disguises a belly. The middle suit that you're seeing here is one that is a pattern. So that is another tip that you can use if you gain in your belly. Wear a suit with a pattern because it actually is a minimizing look instead of having something that would be a suit that is snug to you, that is a solid. If you have a solid suit, you can absolutely do that. You just have to have the flowy away from the body. But if you have a suit that is like this one is, it does flow away. But even if it were a regular pull-on one-piece swimsuit, wearing it in a pattern is going to be much more flattering because it will disguise your belly. And then the third suit that you're seeing here is the pink one. And I love the rows of ruffles on there. And even though you may not be a ruffly kind of person, I don't think this is overly done with ruffles. I think it's situated nicely on there, and it does disguise the middle area, which really makes it nice. All right, let's go on to the next challenge area of heavy or full bust. So if you are overly endowed because you were made that way, right? Not because you bought them that way, but you made them that, God made you that way. And so a couple things that you want to look for is a good support in your bra. So you have to have the girls keep them up. And so make sure that your swimsuit does have good support to it. I also would recommend that you buy a suit that has straps that are out here instead of a halter type, because it will actually help with that support. A pattern, just like with the belly, a pattern does minimize a fuller bust. And I already mentioned, make sure that you do avoid the halter tops. But we have a couple of photos here for you to see that these are curvier gals. They have, that fuller bust. Maybe have a waist, just have they're just overly endowed here. But you can see the pattern at the top, the straight out shoulders. That blue suit actually gives the illusion of a waist. It's right underneath the bust line. That works. And just even something that's an underwire is a great swimsuit for you. And I would also say that many times, those of you who have a fuller bust and really do need the support, you probably have to spend a little more money for a swimsuit, something that is really going to give you that support, and it does cost, I will just say. All right, our next challenge area are hips and thighs. And so what you want to do if you have hips and thighs is in your swimsuits, you want to look, and honestly, for dresses, and if you have you're buying a sundress this summer, or if you're a bride, you're going to be wearing a bridal, getting a wedding dress, or your gals are getting prom dresses. If for those of you who gain in your hips and thighs, you want to steer clear of halter tops. Halter tops are going to make the upper body look more narrow and the bottom half of you look wider, because it puts off balance. That way it gets off balance. So make sure the straps are out, and then it will line up with your hips and thighs. Also, the bottom part of the skirt on the suit, or the bottom part of the suit, is great if it's a skirted suit, because it can fall away and kind of disguise your hips. And if you could choose a bottom part of the suit that has a pattern, it will also minimize. Our next challenge area is for those of you who have no waist. So what do you do for a swimsuit when you have no waist? Well, you want to choose a suit with a centered design, or you can choose a suit with crisscrossing details. Just like these photos that I have here in this picture, you can see the crisscross, you can see centered design in that blue suit, but anything that gives the illusion that you have a waist, even if you don't. The next challenge area is for those of you who have a small bust. Well, a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, patterns do the same thing that they do for a full bust. They actually maximize a small bust, whereas they minimize a full bust. So they do the same thing. It's just a trick of the eye. A pattern actually just distracts the eye of an onlooker, so it doesn't just go right to whatever is snug on an outfit or a swimsuit or anything that's solid. When it's solid, really there's only a couple of places for the eye to go, and that's to your challenge areas. When you have a pattern on, it just distracts. And so thereby, as a small bust, it will maximize, actually making you appear larger than you are. And then the second detail that you want to look for are actually details around the bust area. So maybe a center button or a clip, maybe an off the shoulder with the ruffle like we're seeing here in a couple of these photos. But anything that has a little bit of bulk on top is really great for a small busted gal. All right, on to our next challenge area, and that is for those of you who are straight and narrow. So what kind of swimsuit are you going to look for? Well, you're going to look for a suit that actually creates curves. You can also look for a suit with a halter top, because it's going to bring the eye inward, and look for bottoms that are either shorts or a skirt. And I love the photos in this graphic right here, because it really does make the body look curvier than it is. Our next challenge area is for those of you with a long torso or long legs. So what do you do? Well, for those of you with long legs, you want to have your leg eye of the suit be lower cut. You don't want a high leg eye. You want the leg eye to be longer than one of those high cut suits. I hope you know what I'm talking about there. All right. And also, a lower cut suit is great for those of you with a long torso, because it actually brings the body, shortens the body, and gives some movement, some design for the eye to look at, and it actually will shorten that part of the body. And so long torsos, you want to go lower cut here. Long legs, we want a lower leg eye, just like you see here in these pictures. Short legs or short torso, well, vertical stripes are a terrific look for you, but also look at the high leg eye that was opposite for what I just showed you for those who have longer legs and longer torsos. Here is a higher leg eye, and it will elongate your legs. All right, this is a biggie that I know a lot of you are always thinking about, and that is if you have heavier arms, fuller arms. I hear from more women, even family members, I hate my arms. My arms are so fat. We talk so poorly about ourselves, don't we? And so even those who don't have heavy arms say they have heavy arms. So, okay, how can you disguise them? Well, they do make suits now that are short sleeve. Just like this picture in this diagram, you can absolutely get a short sleeve. Look at Land's End, look at LL Bean. I'm pretty sure a couple of those have it. And you can also look for suits that have a center design. Bring the eye to the center. So, curves, a design, just like this one suit here that has all the diagonal designs on the bottom part right under the bust line. It's got, it's a little darker on top, so you could definitely do that. A darker on top suit and then something that's a little lighter on the bottom with the pattern. But you can see there's little design details right around the sleeves on that one. A halter top will help you with that. And anything like this middle suit, how it brings the eye angular to the center of the body, the lighter color to that middle. So just the eye will be drawn there instead of to your arms. And if all else fails, just don't worry about it. Get in the pool, enjoy life, because when you look back, is anybody going to say, my mom had such big arms? No, they're not. They really aren't. All right, let's go on to our last challenge area, which some of you say that you struggle with, and you're maybe plus size or a curvier plus size gal. So what do you do with your suits? How should you look for a suit? Well, you want to just make sure that you get a suit that has good support. So upper body support, it has a good amount of Lycra in it. So it's really a better design for you. And so you want that supportive fabric, and also a suit with patterns and even some ruffle detail will minimize this middle area here. And I also recommend bottoms that are skirted, suits that are skirted. I really, really think that these suits are very flattering on our plus size ladies. And, you feel like you're covered up a little bit. And if you did not get the summer closet outfit planner yet, it just came out on Thursday, and it features some great swimsuits for body shapes, and it will help you with your summer wardrobe planning. I promise you it will. And we have a great Facebook group. It is only $39 to get that planner, and you get all of us in helping you style every single day. So make sure, jump over stylebycolor.com and get yours. And until next week, I will see you then. Bye.